Our homes reflect our hearts and our minds all year round, but especially during the holiday season. So let's prepare both, keeping in mind that we're going for simple and we're going for less stress. Hey there, my name is Kate Wood. I am a Christian life coach, an emotional intelligence coach, and a mom of 5. And I love helping women overcome overwhelm, reduce stress so they can live a more authentic and joyful life. So let's hop right in. I know for me personally, let me know if this is true for you. When my head is kind of cluttered and indecisive, my house tends to look the same. I do have 5 kids and 2 dogs, which doesn't help. And both my husband and I work from home, so we do a lot of living in our home, so that's part of it. But I notice even like my own personal spaces get a little wonky and wild when I'm a little bit scattered up here. When I have to walk around and ignore messes, like the sock on the floor that I don't have time to pick up. I don't leave socks on the floor, but the kids do. I have a border collie who likes to grab dirty washcloths out of the laundry and disperse them throughout the house. Super classy, I know, but that's that's how we roll. It takes a lot of energy for me to ignore. And to me, like piles and different things like that usually represent either stuff I haven't completed or decisions that I have not made yet. And that is not a great feeling. So in the long run, after the holidays, that's something we definitely want to address. One thing that you can do, like I want to give you a simple win, right? We love simple wins. As far as decisions go and things floating around in your head, I dare you to get 2 folders out. Make one for stuff that's going to happen or need to be decided before the holidays, and one that can wait until after the holidays. Obviously, label them so you know what the heck you're doing. But just that simple fact of saying, hey, I am deciding to defer this till after the holidays is a decision, right? It's not just a random pile. And so we can start to get our brain straight. You might even want to put a to-do list in each one. Be like, oh, I want to paint the bathroom, but not before Christmas, right? We're going to do that in February. So that's going to go in the folder that's for later on. That may help you to feel better. It may give you permission to take a few things out of your brain and come back to them later. When I work more closely with clients, we talk about more of the mental clutter and how to decrease it, and also just emotional things that we may be carrying around in our hearts and in our bodies. But that is beyond the scope of what we're doing today. So I wanted to give you the folder idea to declutter your brain as far as tasks and decisions go. Okay, so preparing your home, like I said, we can't usually take on huge projects. So I would not suggest decluttering your house unless you actually have the time to do it. A couple things that you could do that kind of just naturally flow. I know I have to pull down my everyday decor in order to make room for the holiday, the holly jolly. I have a lot of Christmas decorations. As I'm pulling those down, if I'm like, I don't like this anymore, I'm going to put it in the donation bin and I'm going to go ahead and donate those quickly, right? Maybe even put them straight into your trunk so you can take it over to Salvation Army. The other thing, as you're decorating for Christmas, I know certain years I don't put everything up. I don't have the energy. I don't feel like it. If I've just had a baby or I'm pregnant, I often don't do the whole shebang and I don't feel bad about it. If you find there's a lot of stuff you are never putting up year after year, it's great to declutter that. Another thing, boy, I watch Hallmark movies sometimes, and sometimes I'm a little fascinated by Martha Stewart, but I don't have that level of skill or the interest in putting in that much time. So I put up things and decorate based off stuff that's sentimental to me. We used to live overseas, so we have certain nativities and things that we brought back that I just love. Certain things from my grandma, I love. I always want to put those out. I always want to see them. And so if you only have time to do some of it, just put out those sentimental things. And honestly, some candles can go a really long way into making your home feel cozy, making it feel welcoming, making it feel like holiday fantasy that you just so desire. And so here's another thing. A lot of times we want to entertain during the holidays, and sometimes we can get stressed out about it, especially if we don't have a ton of time to like clean the house from top to bottom and do this, that, and the other thing, right? And so what I want to present to you is a realistic plan. This is not a Martha Stewart plan. I told you I am not her. I focus on other stuff, and that's cool. We're all cool. Here's some things that you can focus on to take the stress out of it that I believe probably mean the most to other people and will make you comfortable as well. So one thing is just the bathroom that they're going to use, make sure that's pretty clene and that has a nice dry, clean towel. I don't know what my kids do to our towels in that bathroom, but they're always sopping wet. It is disturbing. My company doesn't want that. So we're going to replace the towel and get the fingerprints off the mirror, right? If you can have like a little cup of tea ready. I think that's beautiful. Sometimes we think we have to provide a 4-course meal. You know, people have higher expectations on like Thanksgiving, but a random December Saturday, some tea can be great. I know I don't often have time to bake, but even like some store-bought cookies, like from Trader Joe's or somewhere, if you're like me, you'll have to hide them from your family, but just having a little stash of things for when company comes can be amazing. A nice clean place to perch. It doesn't have to be immaculate, but you know, so I don't have to move laundry off the couch or different dogs. Usually it's our dogs that are there. And then your relaxed attitude. My two friends who were the most fun to go over to their houses are kind of messy. They're kind of cluttered. They have a lot of kids like I do, but they're super relaxed. They're like, hey, come on in. Like the house is a mess. Who cares? And they just have a casual attitude, a welcoming attitude. Like, I'm so glad you're here. They're not running around trying to last minute clean. They are just there to chat. And I love that attitude. And that's more of what I want. So just a few kind of bare minimums, the dry towel, a place to sit. If you have a cup of tea, amazing. Bring your beautiful, authentic self to the table. And that's what people love. And that's why they're there. Hopefully not to like take their white gloves and go across the table that holds your TV, right? And finally, you can turn your house into a prayerful atmosphere. Some favorite songs, having scriptures out or different symbols around the house during the holidays, the star, the cross, hearts, different things like that that remind you of the amazing parts of our faith, right? I would encourage you to pray before your meals. My husband is really good about this for dinner. One of the kids usually prays or he will pray. And then just a little cozy place for you to land. And I'm going to go more into this in our Holiday Harmony Challenge that is coming up. I'll leave a link in the show notes for you for that to come sign up and join us. We start November 6th of 2023. And so I'm going to teach you how to create a little retreat place in your house. Even in the most chaotic, crazy house, maybe you have 14 kids and 40 dogs, we can still create a little place for you, and I will teach you that among other just really simple fun things to be proactive about caring for ourselves and setting the stage for a good holiday season, because we don't want to be crying on the floor on New Year's Day. I've done it. It's not fun. It was a long time ago. I've learned a few things since then, praise the Lord. And so if you love this kind of content, if you're a mom who wants to be overwhelmed, who wants to reduce stress, please subscribe to this channel. And if you run to the show description, also subscribe to my newsletter so that you get all the latest happenings and encouragement each week. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time.